Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. And you know that you can catch me on Spotify, on Rumble, on Recoil TV, and all green gear, including some very nice new designs, 20% off, promo code 1984. And to answer the question, yes, I design all of my own shit, so love it or hate it, it's all on me. 20% off. Promo code 1984, Linktree, description box. So I'm seeing these things and they're going to fuck around and make us start protecting ourselves again. What I mean by that is you see like the latest one that I heard about, the Asian lady in New York City who was attacked by this dude with some name that does not sound American, and unprovoked attack. He hits this woman over 125 times. I saw a few seconds of the video. I get it. I don't like to see that kind of shit. So especially when it's an unconscious woman, a slew of injuries, and you're seeing people feeling more and more unsafe in these cities, especially New York City. And like I said before, the mayor came in talking about flooding the subway with cops. Well, he needs to flood the entire city with cops because this lady was going into a building. Dude attacks her, and you see a lot of things like this. And how long do they think people are going to let this stuff go? Because eventually, some men are going to get together and they're going to start walking around these neighborhoods. They're going to start protecting people. You got the state of Ohio. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in my live stream, my next live stream. Look out for that notification. Hopefully, YouTube will send it the day of and not somebody said they got hit up 6 days later. But my next one will be tonight, March 18th, 6 p.m. So you got Ohio. They just signed into law concealed carry for anybody. And anybody can apply for it. You got to take classes and stuff. But under the new law, there are no classes required. You can just go in, pay your money, get your concealed carry out the door. For qualifying adults, it's not this across the board, everybody get a concealed carry. I'm sure you can't be a felon, shit like that, which is fine. But it doesn't take effect until mid-June. But the only problem I have with that is that there's no training required. I think, that should be something that is covered by the state. And by that, I mean trimming the fat. Stop paying for bullshit. Stop paying for people that shouldn't be here. Stop paying for bullshit programs that mean nothing and go nowhere. Stop paying for bullshit products. Sorry, elected officials, you're going to have to pay for your own mistress's new titties. Because we need that money for other stuff. How come every American can't get free gun safety training? Why not? But I think there's no such thing. In a perfect world, I think you go down, you get a background check, whatever you need, pay the money. I don't think you should have to pay any money, but whatever. I guess these, departments got to run off of something. But you take your class, get your concealed carry, and maybe once a year you have to requalify, or once every other year. I don't think there can be too much training. This is a firearm. This is the ultimate say-so. So training, training, training. That's how our military stays on top. Training, training, training. In a perfect world, we'd all be a bunch of John Wicks walking around with our guns, knowing them inside and out, putting a lot of lead down range, becoming very good with it. In a perfect world. There's two things we should have. We should have free firearms, and every person in this country of school age and above should get a free copy of the Constitution. Let me do an impression of every American person on their 18th birthday. Here we go. Every tax-paying American citizen. Here we go. All right. Let me get into character. Here we go. You walk out your front door. Oh, what's this? Oh, copy of the Constitution. Thank you. All right. And scene. Okay, now I'm going to do an impression of every school-age kid every year on the first day of school. Here we go. Let me get into character. Okay, kids. Not like that. What I mean is mind frame of a kid in school. That's what I mean. All right, boom, here they go. They walk in the classroom. Oh, what's on my desk? Boom, copy of the Constitution. That's what we need. Know your rights. Be good with your weapons. That'll carry us through life. Okay? But they're going to make people start relying on that. You're going to start seeing people protect themselves. You're going to start, when the ladies turn on their TVs or their phones or wherever they get their information, and they start noticing that the background of these terrible stories are places that they recognize. I walk past there. That's how I get to work. That's where I go to get my coffee, whatever. That's where I go to get my whatever pumpkin spice flavored drink and hold it with two hands during the fall. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to start recognizing those places. They're going to start fearing for their safety. And if they don't have a man in their life to walk with them or take them there or whatever, they are going to protect themselves. And I recommend, ladies, whether you have a man to protect you or not, have the ability to protect yourself. Get a dog and a firearm. I told my daughter, when you leave this nest, you're getting a dog that's a manageable size. I hate to see some tiny-ass girl with a muscle-bound dog. I know they're cute, but get real. If that thing takes off, you're not going to stop it. Anyway, I told her she's going to get those two things. Get them, because one of those things will give you time to grab the other thing and protect yourself. Anyway, people are going to start doing that. You're going to start seeing groups of men walking around these cities that are all fucked up to protect their people. Because pretty soon they're going to realize, oh, they're not coming to help. It's just us out here. And I would love to see a bunch of states. I would love to see states take after Ohio and loosen up the laws with their gun laws so people can get their hands on protection easier. Now, I live in California, so you know how likely it is for that bullshit to happen. But you're going to see this kind of shit happen. You're going to see people start walking around New York City. Hey, what are you doing over there with that fucking old lady? Come here. You're going to start seeing that shit. And I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it shouldn't happen. I think if you realize backup's not coming, you got to do your thing. And what man do you think is going to allow his whatever, his significant other, his neighbor, his mom, his child, whatever, his girl, the female in his life, to walk through dangerous areas to get to work or wherever she needs to go? How many men you think are going to sit by and let that happen? None. How many women you going to think are going to sit by and let themselves be victims? We're going to start protecting ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it shouldn't be pushed. It shouldn't be pushed upon us this way. It's not like something happened. Somebody sent out an EMP or something and backup 911, fire department, police. No one can come and get you. Now we're on our own. But you're creating a situation where we're on our own before we even call those people. This is what happens when people realize, oh, nothing's going to happen to me if I get arrested for this. That dude who attacked that woman in New York, he was a fucking menace. Been getting in trouble for at least 10, 15 years. Violent shit. Just pushed a woman through a plate glass window, was out with he had stipulations for his release. Conditional release. For that. You don't get to push a woman through a plate glass window and go whistling Dixie out of the front of the jail. Who's making these fucking rules? Who's letting these monsters out? And what's obvious is these monsters aren't being released where these people live who make these policies, who make these rules, who let them out. You're not going to let him in your neighborhood, but it's okay if they come in ours and terrorize us. All right. All you're going to do is push gun sales. You're always trying to take people's guns, but when you make the streets unsafe and you make their neighborhoods unsafe, where you make the places they used to go to get away from shit like that, the places that they went to because they knew that kind of element wasn't there. When you turn those places into that, when you turn those into the places from whence they've run, people are going to start fighting back. You're going to put them in a corner, and you don't want to put an animal in a corner. You don't want to put an overtaxed, pissed off, overcharged animal in a corner. That's what's going to happen. People are going to start handling their own business. Good. But like I said, it shouldn't be this way. It shouldn't happen this way. But it is. It happened. It's happening. How many times have we seen the footage of somebody rolling up in Walgreens, filling up their bag like they're Santa Claus? And the people who work there just step aside. And I'm not saying those people should put themselves in jeopardy for that bullshit. If the company doesn't care enough to put security in there, I'm not taking a bullet or whatever, a knife or some feces rubbed weapon from a homeless person. No thanks. No thank you. We've all seen it. We've seen the smash and grabs. No thank you. I saw somebody on TV in Texas saying it was getting bad. Texas? I thought they gave you a gun to carry at birth. They don't even cut the umbilical cord in Texas. They shoot it. So what's happening? What do you expect people to do? Even the people who voted for these fools, when their safety is in jeopardy, they're going to do something about it, period. Just train yourself, okay? Training, training, training. This is the most dangerous thing you will ever have in your hands, except for a penis, okay? Take it seriously. Train yourself. But this is what's going to happen. This shit is disgusting. People shouldn't be unsafe like this, especially when in a city with so much damn money. New York City's got to be one of the biggest economies in the world. Gotta be. And this is what you're getting for your money. This is what you're getting for your overtaxation. Is a mayor who's talking about women should be in the major leagues. And he's a former cop. Instead of keeping his nose to the damn grindstone and making New York City safe again. Make New York safe again. Instead of doing that, he's talking about bullshit like that. Thanks. Calling the white cops crackers. Or you guys got to look over your shoulder when you step out of the house. Thanks. But hey, you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.